Well, the talk is all about the Twins right now, but it's worth talking about what unfolded at a Saints game recently.
Boyd Hupert tells us about a baseball save you might say was heaven sent.
They may call themselves the Saints.
Say hello to Squealon Musk!
But it's not every day that St. Paul's minor league team
Madonna!
actually performs a miracle.
I was just lucky, really lucky
Rob Warhol
to be around.
wasn't looking for divine intervention
Uh-oh.
when he arrived 3 months ago for his usual Friday night ball game.
That's a play. Wow.
He was looking simply to feed his lifelong passion.
Well, that's the team, 1970 Big Ten champion team.
Minnesota
Right there.
Golden Gophers,
That's me.
the pinnacle for a boy from Richfield who grew up
Right there.
on a diamond.
The fearsome batter.
Scouted to play in the minor leagues, Rob instead traded his uniform for a tie and tux.
Over 50 years we were together.
And Renee.
She died of cancer last September. I really miss her. I really do.
Baseball
There you go.
helps. And so it was when Rob arrived at the ballpark July 14th.
This is where it
He
happened.
just picked up his first beer.
Boom. Down I went.
Rob and his heart hit the ground unconscious.
They call it the Widowmaker. So it was on my main vein.
Never had he been more in need of a saint.
My name is Diane Bauer, and I've been a paramedic for 45 years.
Diane Bauer was working the game that night for Regents Hospital.
He wasn't breathing. He did not have a heartbeat.
Diane and her team
Started doing CPR.
administered from a defibrillator a single shock to Rob's heart.
The teammate doing CPR said, "I think he's breathing." And I'm like, "Really?" And then he started moving his arms, and then he started moving his head. And we're like, "Stop CPR."
Thank you.
2 months later, back at that same beer stand,
There we go.
look who's back together.
This is the first time, and
She's my best buddy from now on.
A moment an old baseball player shouldn't steal
it's all on you.
for himself.
That's all on me.
We now call your attention down towards the first base line.
Rob and his rescuers, elbow to elbow.
Tonight, we honor them for saving Rob's life.
And for the first time in decades, a baseball back in his hands.
Who you throwing it to?
Well, I don't know. Only about 40 feet I got in me nowadays.
Rob is here to throw out a ceremonial first pitch.
Rob wasn't exactly thrilled
Good catch.
with his fastball.
All right. You can play third base anytime.
But how, at this ballpark, can a man of faith not see Saints at work?
I wouldn't have been here. If I would have been at my apartment, I'd be dead. And if I would have been in the parking lot even, I would have been dead. This is where I meant to be, maybe.
Rob Warhol lived his life for baseball. Then baseball saved his life. Boyd Hupert, KARE 11 News, St. Paul.
With the Saints season now over, Rob has turned his full attention to the Twins. He says the current team reminds him of the 1987 Twins, which of course went on to win the World Series. That too, he said, would do his heart good.
To do all of our hearts.
Yeah, I mean, not alone in that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
That's a great story.